pulled out this historical data about how our markets react when there are US elections, and Mihika's put that together. Also, specific sectors and stocks which may be impacted with the US elections. Yes, Mihika?
Yeah, good morning. So we had a host of reports actually come out. First, I'll talk about how, either way the US outcome comes up, how would it impact Indian markets? Now, as per MK, if it's a Republican sweep, they expect a short-term rally for Indian equities, and the sustenance of rally, however, will depend on valuations as well as earnings momentum. But they do expect the rally to quickly fizzle out because their base thesis is market consolidation in the second half of FY25, and they've also mentioned higher uncertainty for Chinese equities, which could benefit India from an FPI standpoint. And this is a data point that has been seeing outflows from Indian markets for several days now. When you talk about a democratic sweep, well, the win could trigger some nervousness in global equities as per MK, which could leave India vulnerable. And they do suggest, however, to buy into a correction of around 5%. But because of the core fundamentals for India will still remain the same. Now, when we talk about how they could, how the US elections could impact Indian sectors, well, up first we have the NBFCs, where a Democratic outcome would be positive, while a Republican outcome would be negative. When you talk about why a Republican outcome could be negative, because there could be a tighter interest rate regime according to JM Financial. When you talk about for insurance, where a Democratic outcome would be positive, while a Republican outcome would be negative. Up next, we have the IT sector. Well, JM Financial says that the impact of any anti-immigration policies are much more insulated now than what they were in 2016. And MK does expect Indian IT to benefit if Donald Trump wins. Then we have some of the sectors that could benefit from potentially higher tariffs on Chinese imports, which would be the case if Donald Trump does win the US elections. And this would be positive for a number of sectors according to JM Financials. Up first with the Indian auto ancillaries, then we have the Indian chemical export segment, Indian solar cells as well as module exporters, apparel imports from India, the domestic growth of Indian tile sector, and lastly domestic wires and cables to the US.